All right, folks, well, welcome back to another week of exciting racing here with the Tuesday Night Racing Series. My name is Dylan Hastings here in the booth. Want to welcome everybody to tune in tonight. I think I got a kickstart here in the booth here to get started. These guys are going to be gridding up here shortly. I believe Chris Bedwell is going to be our pole sitter, but we will find out here in just a minute. We are under the lights tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Outside temperature 75 degrees. Track temperature, 74 degrees outside temperature, 75 degrees track temperature, 24% humidity, partly cloudy, 4-mile-an-hour winds. Will be exciting. This is going to be an exciting race tonight, and I'm actually looking, I believe Wesley Burchett is going to be our pole sitter, so that is exciting. I want to welcome him back to the league. It's exciting to have him back racing with us. And I can hear these guys getting out on track. There we go. And I don't know if he had missed the... Doesn't look like he did. All right, we're just waiting for everybody to get lined up here. I apologize. I don't know if this is live or not. Oh, these guys are still warming up. I apologize, guys. Here, we're getting ready to... I'm like so jacked up to get started here tonight. I forgot that we have a warm-up session. So anyway, we're going to find out who the pole sitter is here in just a minute, guys. I apologize for jumping the start here. I just look forward to Tuesday nights like all you guys do. Swavely says, yes, we are live. Yeah, buddy, I'm live, man. I didn't realize. I knew I was live. I just didn't know. Hold on. Now you got me thinking here. These guys may already be racing. Man, I don't know what in the hell's going on tonight. I apologize for the language here, but
I'm hitting.
now we
I killed James.
Swavely, I know that I'm live, buddy. I thought, man, for a second there.
I saw you spinning. I was like, oh, crap.
For a second there, I thought we were racing.
And I wasn't having none of it.
As you guys will hear, the guys talking in the background are communicating here as we get ready to warm up. I just got a jump start on everybody tonight. So you guys can see these guys warming up. We're just making sure everything's good to go. And yes, absolutely, Swavely, I'm gonna let everybody know about that lineup here as we get ready to get going here. Folks, I'm going to be right back with you. Since we've got about 2 minutes before we get started, I'm going to make sure all of the settings back here on my end are all set up correctly, and we will be back with you in just a minute. Thank you again for your patience as we get ready to get kicked off here.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, we are back. Again, I apologize for the confusion there. I forgot that we do a warm-up session prior to going live. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have went live. But nonetheless, you guys can hop in here and we can get ready to get started as we get ready to get kicked off. I'm excited about this weekend if you haven't already told, if you can't already tell. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Aaron, thanks again for always sharing the broadcast, for all those that tune in to watch you. As well as Eric, appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing excellent. Hope you are as well. And we hope that this is going to be an exciting race. Now we get ready to get kicked off here, guys. I'm excited tonight. All right. All right, let's go ahead and tell you guys about the race setup here again tonight real quick. And I'm glad that I actually did check my settings because I just bought a brand new wheel, and when I reconfigured everything, it was not set up to throw the cautions and close the pits tonight. Man, that's a sharp-looking paint scheme there for Chris Bedwell, number 7, on the pole tonight. Congratulations to him. With Thomas Light there on the outside to kick us off tonight. I am excited about that, and I was correct. Chris Bedwell, I believe that's what I said. Chris Bedwell did win the pole during qualifying, so congratulations to him. And again, folks, the temperature did change a little bit. 73 degrees track temperature, 73 degrees outside temperature. 24% humidity, partly cloudy outside, 4-mile-an-hour winds. Should not be an issue. And we're getting ready to get kicked off here as these guys get gridded up. We will do an extra caution lap just to get everybody sorted out, and we can go ahead and go through the grid as these guys get ready to get started. As I said, Chris Bedwell, number 7, on the pole. Thomas Light on the outside. Zachary Taylor in 3rd place. Joseph Mahar 4th. Austin Shoemaker 5th. James Kunkel 6th. Richard Swaverly 7th. Evan Bushpasser up here in 8th. Good job to him. Chris Shoemaker 9th. Chris McLean rounds out our top 10. George Williams qualifies in 11th place. Ray Rogers in 12th.
Not going. 1 to go.
And we've got Kip Easley in 13th. Brandon Robertson 14th. Tyler Dixon 15th. Garrett Brown 16th. Wesley Burchett 17th. Sean Harrington 18th. Wyatt Brackett 19th. William Harrington 20th. Dustin Reeves 21st. James Souls 22nd. Dana Shepard 23rd. Daniel Holcroft 24th. Brad Fulham 25th. Aaron Adcock 26th. David Sparks 27th. Jeremy Banner 28th. And David Harden in the very back in 29th place this evening.
Hey, 66, just giving you a heads up. You've blinked there quite a bit since we started rolling there.
And they were just saying 66 was blinking there. He's just checking it out here. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get rid of the grid as these guys get ready to get kicked off.
Coming through Virginia right now.
Yeah, that's a good thing to remind everybody. We've got obviously that storm coming through.
In Raleigh, North Carolina.
We've got the storms coming through here, and so we expect obviously some of these guys possibly to have some problems with connectivity.
Yesterday in Mississippi.
And these guys are obviously comfortable getting ready to get kicked off here as we get ready to take the green flag. I believe we're going to have, let me see. No, we're going to actually catch the green flag here as these guys come around to the front stretch. We've got 134 laps tonight, folks. Stage 1 is conclusion. Actually, Stage 1 is on lap 30. Stage 2 is on lap 60. And what else? They've got 4 tire sets total to get them through the evening. We do use 70% fuel, so they shouldn't have any problems with having some green flag runs here for the stages. So it'll be interesting to see how that all goes. But I expect this to be an exciting race tonight. Sharp-looking paint schemes out there. I know one of the drivers there, as you can see, I believe it's, who is it? Let's see if I can find him on here. His paint scheme's right. Somebody else's paint scheme's wrong, though. And again, folks, sometimes Looks like Chris McLean's paint scheme's not showing up correctly, but I know he does have the correct paint in there. But let's go ahead and bring it up to the leaders as these guys take the green flag. Chris Bedwell with a good jump out there in front. Looks like these guys got a clean start here to the race as these guys come around to take lap 1 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to go ahead and ride along with some of the drivers as we get through a few laps here, and we'll be looking to conclude, again, stage 1 on lap 30. Looks like Zachary Taylor's going to take over first there on the inside. He had to let off the gas there a little bit. He's going to lose position there up on the outside. And Thomas Light wants to take over that lead. These guys are trading position here left and right. Thomas Light takes over P1 at the moment. You got Joseph Mahar sneaks up there into the top 3. He's up 2 spots before he started the race there. He's on the inside trying to make that work for him. I do know, based on practicing with these guys, that you should be able to hold this thing wide open for quite a bit of the race, at least for the first 30 laps before you really got to check up. So these guys should be able to race it out. These guys should be able to race it out pretty good here for the first stage. So I expect them to be pretty aggressive here as the race progresses. Again, folks, we're riding along with Thomas Light here, currently out of P1, with Chris Bedwell on the outside, Joseph Mahar on the inside, to round out our top 3. Zachary Taylor had to check up a little bit. He lost a few positions here on that initial start. Looks like Joseph Mahar is going to be able to make the move on the inside. But can he make it stick? We'll find out. Looks like he is going to be able to make it stick. We'll have to see. Actually, no, he was not. There he goes. He's back out in front now. Have to see if we can get a good perspective. I like this angle. I hope you guys like this as much as I do. We'll try to bring obviously different perspectives of the race, but I think it's kind of cool to be able to ride along with these guys and get the perspective from the back, exactly what these guys are working with. Let's go ahead and ride along with Austin Shoemaker in the cockpit. As you can see, some of these guys are utilizing that bottom lane. We do not have a white line rule. We voted not to implement the white line rule here at Las Vegas. We did, if you guys remember correctly, we did vote. Actually, we did have the white line rule at Kansas, but the guys elected not to do so here going forward, and I'm happy to honor that request. Looks like the 88 was able to slip back in here and pick up P3 again. Austin Shoemaker's just behind him here, having to check up just a little bit. As you can tell, any little checkup just kills your momentum. Oh, we're going to make contact. Looks like Austin Shoemaker made a little bit of contact right there with Zachary Taylor. Now it looks like William Harrington just jumped to the pits. Now I don't know if he had an incident himself or exactly what the situation was. I'm hoping that everything's all right with his truck here. We're going to go ahead. I hate to unlock it from the leaders up here, but Joseph Mahar is out front at P1, followed by Thomas Light P2 and Zachary Taylor P3. We're going to go check to see exactly what happened with William Harrington, just to find out why he went into the pits. And he might have had a connectivity issue. I know with the 66 at the initial part of the race there, he was having some connectivity issues. So let's just go back and see really quick if anything happened. He might have just disconnected and had to reconnect, and that looks like that probably is what happened. Unfortunately, it doesn't show me the disconnection and the reconnection and all that stuff. So he's back out on track. And again, I expect obviously some of these guys to be having connectivity issues tonight, folks, simply because of the hurricane coming through the central part of the United States. And I hope everybody, if you're tuning in here from Louisiana or anybody that was affected by the hurricane, our hearts and prayers go out to all of you guys and your families. I just really hope that everybody was safe, everybody is safe, and hopefully everybody gets everything cleaned up and back to normal here as soon as possible. So definitely know how it is to go through hurricanes, living in Florida for a number of years, now up here in North Georgia, but we had rain all day today from this tropical storm as it moves through the United States or the central part of the state. So all right, folks, Joseph Maher still out in front. If he can maintain that lead there, he might have a good stage finish. If he gets way out front here as he's bridging a little bit of gap here between him and Thomas Light, we'll have to see if that progresses any at all, because it will be very difficult to catch him in that clean air. We'll have to keep an eye on him, obviously, racing for Race Pass Motorsports. Not that I'm being biased here or anything, but he is my driver for the Tuesday night racing series, so I'm obviously rooting for him. But I also want anybody else in here to win as well. So we'll have to see how that all goes. I just got to remember tonight, folks, with all the excitement going on, that I got to make sure that I throw the stage caution when it's supposed to be thrown. Don't usually have that problem, but all right, let's kind of go through the field real quick and see where everybody's at tonight. I know Aaron Adcock is out there again this evening. We're happy to have him back in the league to race this evening. He missed last week. Let's go ahead and check and see where he's at this evening. He's got a sharp-looking paint scheme there with that red and gray. It's a little hard to see those numbers, though. He's out there with a chromed out 17 F-150. Keep an eye on him here for a minute as Aaron is currently 19th, up 7 spots before he started the race. I expect probably some people are going to short pit simply because I believe they can get to the stage just fine with the fuel window the way it is. I think they'll even be able to get to stage 2 if they short pit, so we'll keep an eye on that. And I expect obviously there to be some pit strategy there taking place here for stage 2 as well as the end of the race. Let's see where our race winner is from last week, Mr. Wyatt Brackett. Where's he at? He's currently in 10th. He's right behind Kip Easley there in the 27. Richard Swavely right behind him there in the 38. These guys are making some moves here. He's up. Wyatt Brackett's up 9 spots, up in the top 10 so far this evening from Bath, Maine. All right, let's see who else we got here. Brandon Robertson, he's already won this season. He's currently out there in P17. He's down 3 spots before he started the race. Looks like he's got a little bit of contact there he made on the inside. Doesn't show who with, but we'll keep an eye on that, whether or not that's going to affect him overall for the race. Ray Rogers is up 6 spots there in the 51 out of Jacksonville, Florida, racing for Hammerdown Motorsports. His teammate Zachary Taylor and team owner in the 88 there, he's where he started the race in P3, currently in the 88 there. Let's see who else we got. Chris Shoemaker, I haven't mentioned him tonight, Lebanon, Missouri. And the number 4, Red Bull, Silverado. It looks like he is up 3 spots, currently in P6. Where's Dustin Reeves? Dustin Reeves is in the number 6 there. He's up 7 spots, currently in P14. So we keep an eye on all these guys as things progress. Wesley Burchett, I don't know if I mentioned it already or not. Wesley Burchett is one of our drivers that hasn't been able to join us or race with us much this season due to some professional obligations, but excited to have him back racing with us this week, at least this week anyways, until things settle down for him. We're happy to just have him back out on track, and obviously excited to see where he finishes this evening. Tyler Dixon had a really strong race last week. Unfortunate incident there at the end of the race with the contact between Chris McLean and Wyatt Brackett there in the final lap. It looks like, unfortunately, he had an incident where he couldn't. He didn't finish the race where he was actually running, but he had a really strong race. And as I mentioned, folks, unfortunately, it looks like iRacing and Trading Paints are just having some communication issues because their paint has his paint is not updated as well. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the paints during our commercial break, and hopefully that'll resolve everything. If not, no big deal. I know these guys have their paints, and we'll keep an eye on that. Joseph Bahar is still out front there in P1, the Orange Park, Florida native, our Season 1 champion, Season 1 regular season champion, excuse me. And he is definitely making up a little bit of a gap there between Thomas Light. We can kind of get a perspective here. You can see the gap between him and Thomas Light. And then from Thomas Light off his nose here, you can kind of see bridging a little bit of gap here. We'll go ahead and ride along with Thomas Light for a little bit as we see if he can bridge that gap. And the pits are now closed, so looks like he's making up a little bit of ground here. Joseph Mahar is going to have a strong finish here for stage one. We'll see if Thomas Light can make that last-minute pass here to take over the stage. All right, we're going to keep an eye on the race leader as he comes around to conclude stage one. Joseph Mahar is going to be our stage one winner. We got to go now to the 10th place driver as he crosses the line, and that is the stage one conclusion. Congratulations, Joseph Mahar in the 46. Thomas Light, Austin Shoemaker, Zachary Taylor, Chris Shoemaker, Ray Rogers, Chris McLean, James Kunkel, Wyatt Brackett, and Richard Swavely. Congratulations to all you guys there for that first stage one conclusion. Congratulations to those drivers. Very, very exciting race so far, folks, as it's been clean for 30 laps so far. I expect
on turn 2 inch.
Expect obviously nothing less from these guys. We're going to keep an eye out here and see. Said something about the 88 was waiting.
Pace car, middle of the back stretch.
Looks like the 88 is out of order at the moment. Oh no, he's not. He's there.
3, checking up, entering turn 3.
As Joseph Mahar is letting everybody know that everybody's checking up here for the pace truck as they get ready to go into the pits. Get some new tires, possibly. I expect, obviously, probably most people to get tires unless they're trying to pick up pit strategy or pick up positions within the stage. And these guys are going to come down pit road, and I'm almost going to bet about 99% they're probably going to take tires, just because they were running pretty aggressively there for all 30 laps. We'll keep an eye on it real quick to see exactly what they possibly do here as we keep our eye on Joseph Mahar. They're our stage one winner. So we should be able to get an idea. Oh, he just overshot his pit box, so that's going to slow him down just a little bit. It looks like Thomas Light, or who was it, Zachary Taylor. Thomas Light's probably going to beat everybody off pit road. We'll have to see how that goes. No, actually, Chris Bedwell is going to beat everybody off pit road. No, he's not. Excuse me. It looks like Thomas Light will beat everybody off pit road. Zachary Taylor spins it out there as he gets in. And as you can see, Joseph Mahar, just that single overshot of the pits made him lose a lot of position there. So you can see just how important it is, folks, to have a good pit stop. Now, some people may have taken just 2 tires or 2 right side tires. That is possible. But let's go back real quick if I can. I'm going to rewind this really quick, and we're going to get see if I can go off the nose here as he comes into the pit lane. We'll just see exactly how from his perspective here, exactly what happens. And again, like I say, it's just the smallest little thing. When you're coming into pit road, as he shifts down, he hits the brakes, and it just overshoots the pit. Just having to back up that little bit right there has affected his overall pit exit and pit strategy. So interesting turn of events. We actually had some exciting racing for our Sunday Night League. It's actually exciting. We had several of the guys that run in this league up front there for a lot of the race there, and unfortunately we had an incident on pit road where we made contact with I actually made contact with Kip Easley and James Kunkel. It was a bunch of us pitting all at the same time anyway on our Sunday Night League, which is the SimMax Cup Series, which is Sunday night at 9:10, I believe, 9:20, 9:10, 9:20, can't remember exactly. Over there on Podium Esports on Twitch. So if you haven't had an opportunity to check that out yet, they do a lot better broadcasting than I do. Not trying to not trying to give not myself any credit here, but this is not my forte. This is just simply something I do for the league. And I really wish I was out there riding with these guys, because I truly enjoy watching these guys race. but I also enjoy racing with them as well. So, all right, folks, as these guys go around, we're going to go around at least one more time as you can see the light's still on the pace truck, still on. So we're going to at least have one more lap. We're going to go to commercial break really quick, and we'll be right back with you.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drinks. That's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, welcome back. Lights are off on the pace truck, as you can see there. We are getting ready to go back to green flag racing as Thomas Light on the inside is going to lead us off, followed by Austin Shoemaker in the 14 on the outside. I forgot to actually refresh the paint, so I apologize, folks. I'm going to try to see if I can. I don't want to do it while we're actually broadcasting because everybody's trucks will be white. But we will see if we can get that refreshed as we get going here. All right, Thomas Light's going to lead us off there from Martinsville, Virginia. And he is on the inside. He got a great start to the race. Looks like Chris McLean's going to fill that second place spot, shuffle up Austin Shoemaker there on the outside. Oh no, Chris Shoemaker's he's got some four new tires on there. He's looking to take over P1. He wants to get out front, stay out front. As they make a little bit of contact, Thomas Light's going to go up to the high side. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum there. Makes a little bit of contact there with Chris McLean. Chris McLean is going to take over the race lead. One of our independent free agencies. All right, looks like we've got our first wreck.
My apologies, guys. I didn't know which way.
Caution.
All right.
All on you, man. It's all on you. You make the call here.
We've got our first stop here.
Race control, I threw that caution. That was crazy.
Yeah, it's all good, buddy.
Yeah, I agreed.
All good, man. Thank you. All right. We got a little bit of effort there. A little bit of help there from one of our admins in the group. One of our race guys out there. We're going to go ahead and see exactly.
Hey, Joseph, I was trying to let you go, man. Sorry about that.
You're good, dude. You didn't make any contact with me, man. You're all good.
See if we can see exactly what the yellow flag was. Let's see. It didn't jump to.
Checking up into 3.
All right. As these guys get sorted out here, we're going to go ahead and see if we can see exactly what happened. Well, the caution was out right there. And I'm still trying to look to see, folks, exactly who it was that got into an incident. Looks like it might be George Williams.
Daniel, what does my left side look like?
Let's see if we can see real quick here. We've got to go to them.
Right on the number, but it doesn't look damaged. Just looks scuffed.
Okay, it looks like there was a little bit of contact here. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's see. Whoop.
Big check up there, Thomas.
All right, let's see really quick if we can figure out exactly what happened here. I think it might have been the 87 that had an issue, but we're going to try to see if we can figure out who this is. And I apologize, folks. We're going to try to see if we can identify who. No, it actually happened in front of the 19. Let's see if we can get an idea. Okay. Oh, the 98. So All right, let's take a look really quick and see. 98 was having a really great race, so let's see if we can figure out. Let me back it up again. Appreciate y'all's patience as I get squared away here. All right, so let's see here. We've got, okay. So we got, all right, so we got the 46, the 76, the 54. So we got Tyler Dixon, and it looks like Wesley Brissett just came up and made contact with Tyler Dixon and Thomas Light. So it looks like Wesley Brissett was able to come back around there. They made a little bit of contact. The 87 made contact with the 40 made contact with the 87 as they were checking up. And it looks like everybody got collected back around. So let's go ahead back to live conditions here as we go ahead and get this all sorted out. And so I believe the 40's back out there. A little bit of damage there on the front. Let's see if I can get a little bit better view. So a little bit of damage there on the front. The 87, Dave Sparks was involved a little bit in that. He had a little rear end damage, but the front end looks pretty clean on his truck. 98, a little scuffed up there on the driver's side. Evan Bushmaster, I don't think, made any contact with him. Let's see, who else was involved in that? The 54, Tyler Dixon. And it looks like he's out there. Folks, we're going to go to commercial break real quick. We'll be right back with you. I'm going to try to refresh these paints, see if we can get the correct paints on here. And appreciate your patience as we get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing with Chris McLean still out in front there in P1. The lights are off on the pace truck, so if we need to, we'll come back from commercial break as quickly as we can. All right? We will be right back with you.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you.
All right, folks, we're going to cut the commercial break short because we are getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. We still have not got the paints refreshed. We had to give an EOL to the gentleman that caused that incident there. Unfortunately, that does happen. That is a new rule. And we are getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing as we get ready to take lap 41 here shortly. And we are back Green Flag here. So let's we'll keep an eye on Chris McLean as he gets a great jump out front. Ray Rogers has picked up second place there for the time being. Chris Shoemaker in P3 up 6 spots. Ray Rogers picked up 10 spots there after all that shuffling around. So congratulations to him. Chris Bedwell at the moment is looking to peek on the inside. Where is he at? Actually, no, that's 48. James Kunkel in that sharp-looking Goodwrench Series 48. That is a little difficult to see that paint number. All right, as these guys get shuffled back around, Chris Shoemaker's going to pick up the P1 spot. All right, as we ride along with Chris Shoemaker, at the moment you can see he's bridging that gap a little bit. Or he's able to gap Chris McLean there on the in the P2 spot at the moment, but he's got Ray Rogers trying to push him up here. We'll see if he can bridge up that gap a little bit. We got a little bit of smoke here on track. I wonder if so. It looks like Brandon Robertson went off track. We're going to see if we can find out exactly what happened there as these guys get raced around here. We'll see Brandon Robertson says he went off track. And the number 2, James Souls. So he was able to come back on track safely. But unfortunately, he did lose a lot of positions there with that little bit of contact. All right, let's go back to live conditions. As Chris Shoemaker's still out front. We'll have to keep an eye on the contact for racing, because if there's no caution, and unfortunately it's difficult for me to see everybody. We'll keep an eye on that, but for the meantime, let's go ahead and ride along with Joseph Mahar at the moment as he peaks himself way up to P2. He's got so much momentum here, he might take over P1. Chris Shoemaker's not wanting to give up that lead. As you can see, these guys are fighting for position here as he makes that side draft work. Joe's going to try to side draft him here in the corner, slow him down just a little bit as he'll carry the momentum off the corner. As Joseph Hart dives to the inside lane, he's going to be able to make that stick coming off the corner. I think you're going to see Chris Shoemaker step back out here as he tries to side draft. He gave the old switcheroo. He's on the inside now. As you can see, these guys are side by side racing for the lead. We've got 8 laps to go before the conclusion of stage 2. Both of these guys want that lead. Dustin Reeves out here in P3 at the moment, up 18 spots. He's looking to stick his nose up there to get his first stage win of the season. Joseph Mahar tries to go to the outside there to break that draft up a little bit, but he's going to try to side draft him in the corner as these guys come back around. If they stay close together, unfortunately, that draft's probably going to work to both advantages. They're going to keep them up here, but as these guys battle it out, we're going to keep an eye on Dustin Reeves, because Dustin Reeves has got a front seat view here for this battle as they go. If they keep battling back and forth, Dustin may be able to pick that up. As you can see, he caught him. So Joseph Mahar elected to take the bottom lane of the track there on the inside of the white line to see if he could pick up a little bit momentum in the corner. Didn't work. Chris Shoemaker is right on his tail. But Dustin Reeves at the moment is trying to pick up that spot. Dustin's going to get a little bit of momentum off the corner there. And it was probably smart that Dustin elected to stay on this top side of the track as he carries more momentum, not having to transition that banking. Oh, that's going to hurt him just a little bit. It's going to loosen him up just a little bit there. He's going to have to check up. Didn't lose a whole lot of momentum, but Evan Bushmaster's up here in the top 4 for stage 2. Congratulations to him if he makes that stick. That's a great finish for him here for the second stage. Pits are getting ready to close here on lap 58. We'll have to see if anybody sneaks in there at the last second. Chris Shoemaker likes to take the bottom there. We'll see if he can catch Joseph Mahar. Oh yeah, Dustin's going to get some good momentum carrying off the corner here as you see him trying to bridge that gap between these two fighting up front. All right, let's ride along with Chris Shoemaker. See if he can make this work. As he elects to take the bottom, going to carry a little bit of momentum. But he had to check up just a little bit there for Joseph. Joseph Mahar may sweep both stages here, folks. One more lap. Let's see if we can make this happen. Oh, he checks left just a little bit. He's not going to catch him. I do not think he'll catch him unless Joseph Mahar screws up. Joseph got a little bit of bobble there on the outside, or on the inside lane there as he was caught. Chris Shoemaker may be able to make it work. If Chris tries to peek on his outside. And I believe, folks, it's going to be Joseph Mahar who's going to win stage 2. And he does. Congratulations. All right, we're waiting for Aaron Adcock, who's currently in 10th place, to cross the line to conclude stage 2. What an amazing stage that was there. What a good battle. Aaron Adcock sticks his way up here in the top 10. Take that last 10th spot away from Richard Swavely. Congratulations, Joseph Mahar, for a second stage win of the evening, followed by Chris Shoemaker, Dustin Reeves, Evan Bushmaster there in top 4, Chris McLean in 5th, James Soule, in 6th, Ray Rogers 7th, Zachary Taylor 8th, and Austin Shoemaker 9th, Aaron Adcock 17th. Congratulations, guys. Great racing.
Middle of the back, about to enter turn 3, checking up, about to enter turn 3.
All right. Woo! I don't know about you guys, but man, that's some exciting racing tonight. All right, we have got the pace car up here. The leaders have caught the pace car. The rest of the field is going to catch the pace car as they come around here to pit road. I expect, obviously, as I said before, there's not really a ton of strategy here other than the last part of the race for pit strategy, simply because of fuel window as well as tire limits. These guys got enough tires to take new tires on both stages, and we're going to keep an eye on Joseph Mahar, see if he can get a good clean a pit stop here to keep himself out front on the restart. If he does, he has got a really great chance of winning this race this evening. So we'll keep an eye on that as he comes into the pit road here, and he takes it very, very cautiously as he comes into the pit box. And he is going to elect to take right side tires. We'll see if he elects to take left side tires. I believe he's going to. Yes, he does. All right, so we've got some guys here that are going to probably play strategy. As you can see, these guys coming off pit road. Joseph Harr is going to beat everybody off of pit road, though, with 2 tires and fuel, followed by Chris Shoemaker, Dustin Reeves, James Soule. James Kunkel, though, is elected to stay out here, so I don't know if he is in the process right now of getting his lap back. I don't know where he ended up. I think he actually is. I think he's trying to get his lap back at the moment, get back on the lead lap, because we have had a lot of green flag racing tonight. The chances of getting a caution due to racing is probably unlikely. So we'll have to see. It's probably a smart idea to stay out here, get his lap back. Don't quote me on that, folks, because I don't know if he was a lap down, but I think usually when somebody elects to stay out on a stage caution like that, the chances are they're getting their lap back. So James Kunkel, as you can see there in the 48 from Columbus, Georgia, looks like he's probably electing to get his lap back, and Joseph Harr is going to take over the race lead here as we get ready to go. One to go, excuse me. Well, that was an exciting conclusion of stage 2. So if there's a particular angle that you guys like to see during the race, please let me know. I'd be happy to obviously show that more often than not. We're now broadcasting on 3 different platforms, so there's obviously, actually I didn't even click on that. There's actually probably comments from all 3 streams tonight, and I'm not used to having all 3 streams out there with Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. So it looks like, let's see. Richard Swavel, I missed that from the beginning when I started the broadcast early. He said, "Great time for points roundup." Yeah, I wish, man, we could. I wish we had all the technology and all the beautiful overlays to show you guys all the current standings and all that stuff. At some point in time, we are going to get that for you guys. That's definitely something we're going to work on here. We just got to find the people to do it and the time to be able to do it, to implement it. So. There is some really talented people out there that can do that stuff, and we are excited. So if you know anybody, please shoot them my way, because we would love to. Get that started. James Kunkel is going to go ahead into pit road. Didn't look like he got his lap back, so not really sure. I don't think he got his lap back anyways. And if he did get the wave around, if he pits, he's going to lose the laps, unless he was a lucky dog, which could very well have been. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Joseph Harr has elected to take the inside lane, which is usually the preferred start lane. Chris Shoemaker, in the 4, as these guys had battled it out there for the conclusion of stage 2 up front here, side by side racing action here as we got ready to conclude the second stage. Definitely some good racing up front here tonight. Dustin Reeves right there in P3, followed by, looks like James Soules there on P4 on the outside. And around out of top 5, we've got Evan Bushmaster there in the 52. Ray Rogers on the outside right next to him. It'd be interesting and exciting to see how these guys do up front here. It's good to see Evan up here. He puts a lot of effort and work into getting in the sim, and he's really progressed as a driver over the last 3 seasons. All right, folks, these guys are going to go ahead and kick it. We're going to go green flag racing here in just a second. We're probably going to jump in with Joseph Harr as he's probably going to get a good start there on the initial restart, as he's got Dustin Reeves right there on his outside.
Green flag.
And yes, he does. They all got a pretty good restart. See if we can take a peek. Looks like a clean restart here as everybody gets situated. Joseph Harr back out in front this evening. We got about 69 laps to go, folks. A little bit of smoke out here on the front stretch. Somebody's got to tell the pace truck stop burning rubber. All right, as we ride along with Joseph Bahar, we're going to go ahead and see if we can. We're going to go ahead and see if we can go through the field real quick and show you guys where everybody's at. Let's see where our biggest mover is at the moment. So it looks like Dustin Reeves is our biggest mover of the race at the moment, up 18 spots from where he started, currently in P3. Really strong finish, hopefully, for this gentleman tonight. Chris Shoemaker's right there in front of him. Chris McLean is right behind Dustin Reeves, trying to peek that truck on the inside to take over P3. We'll have to see if he's able to do that. Zachary Taylor, who wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make the race.
Reckon.
All right, looks like we've got a
Caution.
caution here. Let's see what happens. James Kunkel enters pit lane. All right, folks, let's go see if we can bring the action to you here. This thing tonight.
Let's go, guys. Catch up.
This thing tonight is not bringing me. Oh man.
Can I get a black clear for unsafe pit entry, please?
Wow. Okay. Well, let me see exactly what happened here.
Pace car is the middle of the backstretch, checking up the middle of the backstretch of the yellow sign.
Looks like James Kunkel was trying to get to pit lane, and I don't know if there was any
Hard
notification.
checkup going in 3.
Don't know if there was any notification there. Unfortunately, it looks like that's going to end George Williams and Thomas Light. As you can see, Thomas Light's spinning around there on the top of his truck. He probably had to tow that, as well as George's teammate there in the 43. Just a rough set of events here for the 98, who's been involved in several, actually 2 incidents so far this evening that have just destroyed his truck. As you can see him bouncing around still, as he still is not on all fours, so he probably is going to have to tow it, and he's still sliding. Obviously, this is not live conditions, but man, oh man, he's definitely done for the evening for sure. All right, folks, we are going to go to live conditions. We're going to go ahead and go to commercial break. We will be right back with you. Thank you again for your patience. Be right back after these messages.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drinks. That's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, sorry about that black screen there for just a minute. I just had to have a prolonged admin duty that had to be done there. So we had to sort all that out as we get ready to get back to green flag racing with Joseph Mahar out of P1. Actually, it's actually Chris Shoemaker out in P1. So it looks like Joseph Mahar lost a few spots there. Where is he at? Oh, he's all the way back into 14th. So I don't know exactly what happened with that, but interesting. He might have actually went into the pits. Actually, now that I think about it, he probably did go into the pits and top off. Yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah, there were several people that went into the pits to top off. A little bit of fuel strategy going on. So unfortunately, what happened there, what transpired there with that last lap was James Kunkel in the 48 was trying to pit. I don't know if he had a pit lane penalty. And when he was trying to go into the pits, as you guys saw on the replay, he let the field know that he was pitting, and the notification must have got missed by George Williams in the 40, and he just unfortunately plowed into the back of him there. And so James had a black flag that needed to be waved for an unsafe pit entrance, and unfortunately, I think that is probably going to end George Williams as well as Thomas Light and Dana Shepard's evening. Very unfortunate event, but it is racing, folks. It does happen, and it is what it is. So as these guys get ready to get started back to green flag racing here, we're going to go ahead and lock on the leaders, and we're going to get back to green flag.
Pace car's off.
As the pace truck is off, Chris Shoemaker on the inside and the number 4, Dustin Reeves on the outside is going to lead us off here as Chris Shoemaker gets a great jump. We'll see if Chris McLean's going to get a good restart too. It looks like he's going to take over P2 from Dustin Reeves. Dustin Reeves, unfortunately, is on the outside. He may get hung up a little bit here as the 88 and the 14 is going to try to pinch their nose in there. If he just used that side draft a little bit, he might be able to continue that spot as he gets some momentum there coming around the corner. All right, so Chris Shoemaker, looks like Chris McLean is going to make that bottom lane work. He's going to take over P1. So we got a new race leader at the moment. Don't hold your breath, though, because it looks like Chris Shoemaker's got Zachary Taylor on the outside, pushing him a little bit here up to the front. We'll have to see if Chris Shoemaker can make that stick on the outside. He's going to pinch Chris McLean, not severely, but enough to where he had to check up just a little bit, which is going to allow Austin Shoemaker on the inside as he goes real low to try to break that draft up a little bit and see if he can pick up a little bit of position with some clean air. So we got a battle for up front here for the top 5. We got Richard Swavely in the 38. He's looking to get up here and party with these guys, with Dustin Reeves as well, trying to pick back up his spot in P2. So we'll have to see. Again, some exciting racing up front here with the leaders. See if we can zoom in just a little bit, see if we can get some action going here between this side-by-side racing with Chris McLean and Chris Shoemaker, excuse me. As these guys race side by side, they are trying to pick up Zachary Taylor's trying to give a little bump here to Chris Shoemaker as he does, as he's going to slide to the inside to take over P1 again. Man, it's an exciting racing. This is the part I hate, folks, because I want to be out there racing with them. All right, Chris Shoemaker's out front again. Let's see where Joseph Mahar, our dual stage winner here, he's looking to peek his way up here to the front. followed by our other series teammate, Brad Fulham, who's not our teammate here in this series, but obviously a good friend. Somebody good to have on track. Aaron Adcock's marching his way up here to the front as he makes up 17 spots, currently at P9. We'll keep an eye on him as well. As him and Brad Fulham try to race it out here for the top 10. Joseph Bahar's in P10 at the moment. Ray Rogers trying to take that away from him, but he is trying to make his way patiently, get back up here. Now that pit strategy with getting a little extra fuel may work out to his advantage depending on how this is all calculated out. If I know Joe, he's already done the calculations. He's already got his strategy locked in and is executing it. So it'd be interesting to see that strategy, how it plays out here for the length of the race. We have a new race leader, Zachary Taylor in the 88. Dollywood Toyota Tundra is up here front, but Chris Shoemaker's got another thing for that as he tries to peek to the inside here to take over that P1 spot after Zachary Taylor pushed him to the front. Now we got some racing up here in front here. We got Zachary Taylor in first. We got Chris Shoemaker second. Chris McLean trying to take over second from Chris Shoemaker as he does right now. Whether or not he can make that stick, we'll have to see. Austin Shoemaker in P4. We got some hot shoe racing drivers up here, folks, but we also got some Hammerdown Motorsports racers up here as well. So we got three hot shoe. Actually, no. We've got four hot shoe. We got all four hot shoe team drivers up here in the top 10. And we've got two. Make sure I'm telling you that correctly. We've got two. Yeah, we got two Hammerdown Motorsports drivers up here in the top 5. Zachary Taylor still out front, followed by Chris McLean, Chris Shoemaker, Austin Shoemaker, Richard Swavely as he's trying to push the 14 to get up there. And you got Dustin Reeves still up 15 spots where he started the race, with Chris Bedwell currently in P7 there right behind him. Brad Fulham P8. Aaron Adcock still in P9 at the moment, but he's looking to take over that position from Brad Fulham. And then Joseph Bahar currently in P10. Wyatt Brackett may have something to say about that, though, as you can see he's got some momentum carrying off the corner as these guys are trying to shift lanes to get some momentum going. And then Ray Rogers is just waiting patiently behind these guys, figure out what their strategy is going to be. Brandon Robertson as well, previous race winner. He's already locked himself into the playoffs. Ray Rogers already locked himself into the playoffs as well as Wyatt Brackett. So some of these guys are trying to stamp their way into the playoffs. Our current race leader as well in the playoffs at the moment. Chris McLean's looking to get some redemption from last week's race at Bristol Dirt, where he almost won the race. Wyatt Brackett was able to they made contact coming around to the finish line, and Chris McLean unfortunately wasn't able to get enough momentum off the corner to beat Wyatt Brackett to the finish in a great finish last week for the Bristol Dirt race. Really exciting race that was. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the replay for sure. All right, we got a battle going on up here up front. Chris McLean's trying to peek to the inside of Zachary Taylor in the 88 to see if he can make that work. Chris Shoemaker still out front here in the top 3. He's trying to make his way back up to the front to lead the race. Joseph Bahar has made up one more spot to pick himself up to P9. And actually now he's back into P10, but he's got a battle going here with Brad Fulham and Ray Rogers and Wyatt Brackett. It's 3 wide out here as they come around the corner. Joseph Bahar is going to let off just a little bit, let these guys get sorted around, but we got a battle going on up here in the top 10. Let's see where Kip Easley's at. He's currently in P15. He's down 2 spots before he started the race, but he's having a strong finish. Or he's having a strong race for himself tonight, as you can see. It's a sharp-looking paint scheme. Daniel Holcroft, haven't mentioned him this evening, in the 31 Cat machine. He's the Caterpillar machine. He's out there from Blue Spring, Missouri. He's having a decent finish, or a decent race tonight. He doesn't have any contact. He's up 8 spots before he started the race. Wesley Burchett, after that early contact, to bring out the first caution that we had, he's still in 17th, which is where he started the race. But he's just cruising along at the moment. We'll have to see what his strategy is as we get ready to round out the final laps of the race here. We got about 44 laps to go. Jeremy Banner back here racing with us again this week. Independent free agent in the 24 Snap-on truck, sharp-looking truck. Tyler Dixon looks like he's still got that damage there from those initial incidents, but he's able to still stay out front with 87 right behind him.
Big checkup on the front here.
Evan Bushmaster is back here in 22nd. Now he may be playing pit strategy. We'll have to see exactly what's going on there. But let's see exactly. Joseph Bahar just mentioned that there was a little bit of a checkup there on the front stretch, as you heard. Don't know if there was any contact made. Looking to see. Looks like Austin Shoemaker went off track, but well, so far, Joseph Bahar has been able to keep Wyatt Brackett behind him. It looks like Austin Shoemaker's lost some spots. So it must have been Austin Shoemaker that had a little bit of contact or that went off track, got a little loose there as he was coming back on track, and has lost quite a few positions from where he was just a few laps ago. Currently in P10, he's down 5 spots before he started the race. So, all right, well, we'll keep an eye on Joseph Bahar as he's picked up 2 spots here since that pit strategy. We'll see if he can make his way back out front to catch his previous driver that he was battling for the P1 spot, Chris Shoemaker, back out front. P1 taking over that spot from Zachary Taylor in the 88. Chris McLean making contact, looks like on the outside of his truck. I don't know who he made contact with, but I can only guess it's either the wall or another driver. Let's run along with Chris Shoemaker for a little bit here. Hear a little bit of fuel strategy or a missed shift. I'm not really sure exactly what happened there. Maybe his foot slipped off the gas pedal. We got Aaron Adcock trying to peek his way up here to the top. As you can see, Aaron Adcock is right there on the screen, right at the bottom of the screen here. He's going to take over P2 as he makes his way up through the field. All right, all of our Aaron Adcock fans here, you guys better be watching, tuning in here, because it looks like this gentleman's going to make his way up here to the top. He's catching him. Whatever he's doing is working because he's bridging that gap, as you can tell here, folks. He's got some guys behind him pushing him. You can see Ray Rogers is right on his tail. And Chris Shoemaker's trying to save fuel, I think. As you can see, Aaron Adcox is going to go in here for the pit. And that pit entrance is tricky, boy. All right, let's go. Let's see exactly what happens here. We'll keep an eye on Aaron Adcock at the moment as these guys are going to start coming around here for pit strategy as he takes that very cautiously to come into his pit. He's probably going to take tires, which he does. And this should be his last pit stop for the evening, which is why he's probably taking tires right now. And he took fuel as well, I believe. So as Aaron Adcox gets back around here, we're going to go ahead and see where the race leader is. I believe they're coming around here to the pit entrance where Aaron Adcox is going to be able to come back off, at least stay on the lead lap, or he might get lapped. Looks
going in.
Yeah, looks like he was, as you can hear, here come the leaders into pit road. We'll keep an eye on these guys to see exactly what they do. Ray Rogers is going to go around them.
Leaders on pit road.
As he gets slowed down there. So we've got Chris Shoemaker in. Brad Fulham is elected to stay out. Several drivers have elected to stay out at the moment, so we're going to keep an eye on that as Ray Rogers is going to be our new race leader. Let me go back to Chris Shoemaker. I want to actually see
24 going in.
Joseph Bahar went out and topped off, so he's going to get a little bit extra fuel. He's going to have a little bit more fuel than the other guys do, and I have a feeling that Mr. Mahar here is going to pick up P1 from Ray Rogers.
You're not supposed to be on the inside of me, Zach.
Non-car pitting in. Take the bottom through here.
All right, so let's see exactly, as you heard Wyatt Brackett there said something to the 88 as they were entering pit road. And he's got, I don't know, oh, that was Thomas Light. So what Wyatt Brackett was talking about, let's see if we can go back and look at that really quick as these guys come off pit road. Austin Shoemaker is going to get some track position. And we'll see if we can see that. Yeah, so that's what Wyatt Brackett was talking about as you guys heard over the broadcast. So Zachary Taylor comes in to pit road. And you can see the 33 right there in front of him. Zachary Taylor's going to have to get back on the other side of that white line or he's going to get an unsafe pit entrance. But it looks like Wyatt Brackett just checked up too much to where Zachary Taylor was trying to maintain pace on the inside there on pit road. So it's just a matter of you can't pass once you enter pit road, you can't pass the driver on pit road, or I believe there's a penalty. And so what Wyatt Brackett was saying is that once we committed to pit road, you should have slowed down and let me go into my pit box because now you just cut me off.
46 is pitting heads on Kip, Daniel.
So as you can see there, the 88 cut him off as he's going into the pit road, and so he made a little bit of contact. Pretty much probably to show his displeasure with that, and that's why he communicated to him that he's got to stay on his outside. So as you can hear, folks, these guys are, we got lots of pit strategies going on here. We'll keep an eye on Joseph Bahar as we try to go back to live conditions here. I think we're back live. Why is it not updating? Okay, we're back to live here. I don't know why that was just doing that. I apologize. Joseph Bahar is down here. He's currently our race leader, or marked our race leader. I have a feeling he's probably just going to take tires and top off, but he doesn't have as much fuel to take as the previous race leader, I don't believe, because he had topped off. So Evan Bushmaster's also on the same pit strategy as Joseph Bahar as these guys come off pit road, but you can see there's a collection of drivers coming off pit road. See if I can catch these guys. So Austin Shoemaker just passes Joseph Mahar, as you can see, these guys start cycling around. Joseph Mahar is going to come back out here in P11 at the moment. He's got Sean Harrington in the 78 right behind him. Wesley Burchett in the 76 right behind him in P13, followed by Garrett Brown, P14, Kip Easley, P15. Actually, Jeremy Banner just picked up P16, and then you got Daniel Holcraft, 31 on P17. So our new race leader is going to be Chris Shoemaker in the number 4, as all the pit strategies have kind of cycled around. He has a really good chance to finish this race as our race leader if all goes as planned for him. Aaron Adcock is fighting traffic right now with a lap truck, the number 2 of James Soule, who's trying to get his lap back here in front of the 4 of Chris Shoemaker, but that's not going to happen. So Aaron Adcock's just using him at the moment to help him with fuel strategy as he continues to maintain P2 off pit road here with our green flag pit stops. This is where the strategy comes into play, folks. And while we're waiting for everybody to get cycled around here after all the pit stops, we're going to go ahead and go to commercial break. I'm going to see if I can refresh these paints as I've promised you guys throughout the broadcast. I know it's not a big deal, but real quick before I go out there, Stacy Adcock says we're here cheering them to the front. Go 17. I knew y'all would. So thanks again for tuning in. And as you can see, Aaron Adcock, before we go to commercial break here, is going to pick back up. I mean, he's already in P2, but he's able to get around the lap truck there of James Soule in the number 22. Or I'm sorry, the 2. It used to be the 22. And he's got a strong lead out here in P2 at the moment, up 24 spots. I believe he is our biggest mover at the moment. He is, followed by Brad Fulham, who's currently in P5. So definitely keep an eye on this driver, as excited to see him out front. Hopefully he has a really strong race. If not, win it for himself. So we'll have to see how that all goes. As we get to commercial break, we'll be right back with you, folks. Thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate your patience.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks. Well, thanks again for your patience as we go to commercial break and bring you back live to live conditions here as these guys get cycled around. We did reload this. we reloaded the paints, and now some people's paints aren't showing up correctly. It should sort themselves out here as we continue to race on. Gotta love trading paints. Not really sure exactly why it's not loading the correct paints, but as you can see, Chris Shoemaker's paint is now not loaded correctly, but that was correct as we were throughout most of the race here. Aaron Adcock, as we were on here before commercial break, has lost a few spots. He's back into P4 at the moment. Looks like Ray Rogers and Zachary Taylor are fighting for P2, trying to get up here to the race lead as they make contact. They are teammates, actually, too, but at the end of the day, folks, when you're racing, teamwork goes out the window. Ray Rogers is trying to peek on the inside of Chris Shoemaker to take over the race lead. He is our race leader for the first time this evening. With 20 laps to go, we will see how this all plays out. We'll see real quick if all the other guys' paints here loaded correctly. So James Souls did not load correctly. Who was not? Oh, Chris McLean. Looks like he's still got the wrong paint. Like I said, folks, I think there's something going on with trading paint. So is what it is, no problem. Software doesn't always work the way we want it to. 24 is now showing an incorrect paint as well. So all right, well, as these guys duke it out here for 19th and 18th, we're going to go back up here to the front, keep an eye on Ray Rogers as he comes around here to approach lap traffic. James Kunkel, after that incident there during that initial restart, you can see the contact that was made there on the back of his bumper with George Williams, who I believe has parked it for the evening. Unfortunate event. It has happened. I've done it myself. It's very frustrating, but just one of those things. All right, we'll keep an eye on Ray Rogers out here front. Aaron Adcock still holding strong here, but it looks like Brad Fulham's going to try to take over that P4 spot from Aaron Adcock at the morning. He might be trying to preserve fuel or conserve fuel at the moment. With 16 laps to go, we shall see. Brad Fulham trying to make that bottom lane work. Looks like he's going to be able to pick up that just enough momentum to where he's going to be able to pick up P4 from Aaron Adcock. So the battle up front here at the moment, folks, is Ray Rogers currently in P1. He's got the 48 of James Kunkel right there behind him, who's the lap truck. Chris Shoemaker in P2 and Zachary Taylor in P3. Looks like Aaron Adcock was able to make up that position again to keep himself up here in the top four. He's got Joseph Mahar, who we've been watching and keeping an eye on him all evening. We know that he's itching to get back up here after two strong finishes as he makes contact there with Brad Fulham. It won't be a good Sunday in the Discord if he wrecks him. Promise you that. All right, let's keep an eye on Joseph Mahar real quick because we got a battle here for the top 5 position as Joseph Mahar is able to take over that P5 spot from Brad Fulham. As he slides it up front here, he's going to take over that position here from Aaron Adcock as well. I believe he's just carrying way too much momentum off the corner with Brad Fulham in here. I don't know if Aaron is just trying to preserve fuel at the moment. Not really sure. Could play out to his benefit. We'll have to see actually how all that all works out. But at the moment, Joseph Mahar is going to be able to slide up here and take over that P4 spot as he tries to catch Chris Shoemaker and Zachary Taylor up here up front, followed by Ray Rogers. We'll see if he's able to make that happen tonight to have his first race of the series. Zachary Taylor is still on P2. Ray Rogers, let's see if we can get a perspective on Ray Rogers, with all that clean air there, he's got such a lead at the moment. I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch him. We've got 12 to go, and the gap between the leader and P2 at the moment is significant. See, it looks like Joseph Bahar is going to be able to pick up that P3 spot as he's catching Zachary Taylor. He may have had to lift right there, as we've got a battle here for second and third place. Joseph Bahar's going to try to go to the inside and make it work. He does. We'll see if he can carry that momentum as Zachary Taylor takes over P2 as we've got a battle. With these guys battling out, Chris Shoemaker is going to try to get back up here and take that spot away from both of these guys. Joe's going to try to use a side draft, I believe, here on the 88, try to get by him here in the corner. The 88 is going to try to pinch him down to the inside here, check him up a little bit. And I don't think anybody's going to catch Ray Rogers at the moment. He's got a lead out front here. He's got about almost a 5-second lead out front. But Joseph Bahar is going to do everything he can to try to pick up this P2 spot unless a late stage caution comes out. Well, we've got 6 to go, folks. It's been an exciting race. I truly appreciate you tuning in, as I do each and every week. Zachary Taylor is still able to maintain that bottom lane as he slides up here to the 46, try to put a little bit of a block on him to slow his momentum down. 46 is a little bit faster off the corners, as the 46 is going to peek in the inside here to the 88 and see if he can take over that position. The 88 is just carrying too much momentum on the outside lane for that to happen at the moment. So right now, Kip Easley just made his way into the top 10. We've got somebody pitting in. I don't know who that is. We'll have to keep an eye on find out exactly who that is. Aaron Adcock has to go into pit lane. So Aaron, a late stage caution. He's going to try to play that caution flag out, see if he's going to be able to get a jump on these guys. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to play out simply because we've had too much green flag racing here tonight. Ray Rogers still fighting lap traffic, but he has got a very sizable lead out front here, 5 seconds. I don't know if anybody's going to catch him as he just buys his time and just is patient, come around the 34, pick off another position. Zachary Taylor still out there in P2, followed by Joseph Bahar in P3. Joseph's trying to take over that P2 spot. If anything tonight, Joseph's definitely got to be proud of himself for the 2 really strong stages. And it looks like he's going to try to take over that P2 spot and maintain it for the rest of the race. We've got 2 to go, folks. White flag in the air. Zachary Taylor's up in the wall. Zachary Taylor drops down to P5 at the moment. That's going to really hurt him. I don't know if he made contact with Wyatt Brackett or maybe a little bit of payback there for pit road. We'll have to go back and look at that after the race here, but
Keep it up, baby. I got white flag.
Looks like Chris Bedwell is going to have to go down. Unfortunately, he's going to have to go down for fuel. He's going to run out of fuel. We got a race here to the finish, folks. We got Ray Rogers, who I believe is trying to play the fuel strategy. We'll have to see whether or not he's able to make that work. Joseph Bahar is trying to catch him frantically as unfortunately he's got about 6 seconds to catch him. I don't know that that's going to happen, as Ray Rogers is going to come around to take the checkered flag. And Ray Rogers wins at the Las Vegas 200, followed by Joseph Mahar is going to maintain that second position. What a strong finish for that gentleman this evening. Congratulations to Ray Rogers on his win. Wyatt Brackett is going to pick up a P3, third place finish tonight.
Good one, Ray.
Appreciate it, man. That was fun.
All right, guys, looks like our top, let's see, give me 1 second here. Looks like our top drivers here for this evening. Ray Rogers is going to win the race. Joseph Mahar, 46, is Wyatt Brackett, 33. Sean Harrington has a strong night, and P4. Brandon Robertson, it looks like did he run out of fuel? I don't think he did. He might have. Wesley Burchett, 76. If that's right, man, he had a great night. Followed by Kip Easley, top 10 in the 7th.
I don't know, buddy.
Daniel Holcroft, P8. Brad Fulham, 9th, and Garrett Brown, 10th. Now I don't know if that cycled around as I was going through the things here, but if that is the case, if that was the finish of the race, congratulations to many of those drivers who were using definitely pit strategy to finish the race this evening, as we see Ray Rogers burn it down here. Big congratulations to him again as he wins another race this season. Our Season 2 champion, as he's going
to. Do you have fuel left there?
He's going to blow his engine.
Like 4 laps.
Oh, geez, I ran. I was going across the line.
Yeah, I figured, as you can hear, the 33.
Caution.
The 33 ran out as he was crossing the line. What a race. I mean, the strategy there definitely played out to many of those guys' favor. All right, let's go to the grid here. Let's just see really quick. Again, I'll go through the final grid as I just named the top 10 drivers of the evening. But let's see if I can do that real quick here for you guys. All right, as we pull this up here, again, Ray Rogers is our race winner. Joseph Mahar, Wyatt Brackett, Sean Harrington, Brandon Robertson, Wesley Burchett. That is correct. Kip Easley, 7th. Daniel Holcroft, 8th. Brad Fulham, 9th. Garrett Brown rounds off our top 10. Tyler Dixon, 11th. Evan Bushpasser, top 12 finish tonight. Great job to him. David Sparks as well, 13th. Zachary Taylor making contact with the outside wall there, was in P2. Much of the race up front, finishes P14. Jeremy Banner makes his way up here to P15. Austin Shoemaker, P16. Chris Shoemaker, 17th. After running out of fuel there on that those final few laps. Dustin Reeves, I think, had that same strategy. Didn't play out for him this evening, but 18th, not bad position. Finish out the race. And then we've got, let's see, we already said Dustin Reeves. Chris Bedwell, 19th. David Harden in 20th. James Kunkel, 21st after that incident. Aaron Adcock unfortunately ran out of fuel there, or had to go in for fuel at that last pit strategy. Not sure what happened with Richard Swaverly, Chris McLean, James Souls. William Harrington finishes out 26. Dana Shepard unfortunately involved in that incident with Thomas Light, George Williams, who you all see round out the top 29 there, 27, 28, 29th. So interesting turn of events, because I really thought with Aaron Adcock, Richard Swavely, Chris McLean, James Souls, all those guys, even Chris Bedwell, Dustin Reeves, and Chris Shoemaker, and Austin Shoemaker, all up front there for quite a bit of the race. And as you see in the comments there, Aaron says if I ever figure out strategy, there's definitely an art to it, if I can say that. It does take a little bit of planning, simply because you really got to have your strategy in place during the race. So in the event that we had 2 cautions throughout the race that affected the overall pit strategy for everybody. And as you heard, Joseph Mahar took over that. He took that. He went in and topped off there during that caution, and so it played out for him simply because he was able to have just a little bit of splash of fuel than some of the other drivers there, and was able to get back around. Even though he made his way up to the front, he was able to finish out in front because of that. And we're going to get to talk to him in here in just a minute or two. We're going to go ahead to commercial break. We'll be right back with you guys, and we'll bring the race leaders, the top 3 drivers, in here for an interview, get their take on the race and how it went for them. And then, of course, next week, folks, is exciting. We've actually got the All-Star race at Charlotte in the 1987 cars, which will be very interesting to say the least. We're going to have heat races, and then we're going to have a feature at the end. So we'll give you more details on that starting next week or in our Facebook channels. But we'll be right back with you, folks, as we get these guys brought into the booth, and we look forward to seeing and hearing from them. So we'll be right back.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks. Well, welcome back here as we finish our final commercial of the evening. I know you guys are all excited about seeing that commercial 4 or 5 times throughout the broadcast. We're definitely going to do our best to get some more commercials in there. I imagine many of you are going out there and buying C4, even though they're not a league sponsor. It's a product that I enjoy personally myself, and we wanted to bring that to you guys to let you know that there's a great energy drink out there for you to try if you're looking for one. With that said, folks, we're going to bring Mr. Ray Rogers into the booth here as he finishes out the race up front there with a dominant lead for the last 10 laps of the race there to bring himself out 6 seconds in front of the rest of the field. Congratulations, Ray, on your second win, I believe, of the season. And obviously you're already locked into the playoffs, but we're excited to put a stamp on that and get some more playoff points. So tell us how your race went. It was very exciting to watch everybody this evening, but let us know how your race went and give your shout-outs at the end.
It was a lot of fun. It was just, I was just after stage points, but, I learned something in those first couple of stages, about where to run, where not to run, where my tires were wearing. And so when it came to that final stint, I just knew I couldn't race very hard. But then when that last caution came out, I was like, okay, I'm taking fuel, because I know I'll be able to go to the end, on one more stop. And nobody else went in there. I'm like, that's crazy. I can't believe nobody else went in there to get fuel so you can go to the end. But I took advantage of it, and that last run, the truck felt really, really, really good, and I was able to just cruise.
Yeah, you definitely had a really strong. I saw when you passed the leaders. I think actually you and Joseph Mahar were the only drivers that went in and topped off, and just because of maybe that extra weight in the truck, it just allowed you guys to be able to carry the corners better. Maybe, not really sure, but man, it was. You definitely got yourself out there in front. You were working with some of the lap trucks. I think were able to help you a little bit as far as slow everybody else down. And yeah, it was exciting to watch. I mean, overall, I know obviously how you race, and as far as being smart, being patient, and having the strategy that you come into each race with, and the practice that you put into these races. So it obviously shows each week. And again, it's just exciting to see you up front here, get another race win under your belt, being the Season 2 champion. Obviously, you've got a good chance here to finish out Season 3 with not only the regular season championship, but maybe a repeat of last season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I seen Joseph. I seen him come down. Actually, we were just talking about that. We were the only ones really to come down, and it was just nuts how nobody else came down to top off that thing. But I knew we had 4 or 5 lap fresher tires, but I really didn't think they were going to be that much of an advantage. But it really was, and I was stunned how quick I was.
Yeah, the tires are definitely. I noticed when I was in practice with you guys last night, some of you guys last night, the tires definitely make a significant difference at this track, and I'm not sure if it's just the model, but yeah, for sure, it definitely makes a huge difference. Well, give your shout-outs to us. You guys had a really strong finish again this evening well, actually, Zachary, you guys had a really good thing going there with Hammer Down Motorsports there for a while. And it just looks like their pit strategy didn't work out for him. Zachary Taylor made some contact with somebody, I think, and hit the outside wall in P2. And so he dropped back to 14th to finish out the race. But Richard Swavely, also out there, your teammate, he finished 24th. And I think it's because he ended up having to pit for fuel. So some of the guys that were running up front all night ended up finishing in the back of the race because of the pit strategy. So it did actually become a huge factor there.
Yeah, I heard Zach came over and said he had, when I came in a pit and as I was coming out, I heard him say, "Oh, I got plenty of fuel to make it to the end." But then on that last lap, I think coming around, he goes, "I'm out." And I'm like, "Oh, that ain't good."
Oh, he ran out of fuel.
Yeah, you ran out of fuel.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Well, I mean, that's good perspective. not good. You know what I mean? It's good perspective because I thought maybe because him and Wyatt Brackett made some contact on pit road that we were able to see on the broadcast. And, of course, we heard Wyatt's displeasure with that. And because of that, I didn't know because Wyatt made a pass on him at there. I didn't catch to whether or not there was a little bit of contact or a little bit of payback there, which we anticipated it just simply because of what happened on pit road. But is what it is. He ran out of fuel. Tough luck. And, we're going to go on to next week. I'm excited for the All-Star race at Charlotte in the 87 cars. Definitely going to throw a wrench in things. I think everybody's going to get their, I hope they practice, let's put it that way, because those cars on Charlotte, there's a lot of lifting for sure.
Yeah, I am no good, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. We're going to have heat races and a feature, so it's not going to be a lot of cars out there in the feature, but which may make for even better racing. We'll have to see how that all goes. But anyway, buddy, give your shout-outs. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Well, first off, appreciate you, and putting this all together for us, giving us something to do at night. Hammer Down Motorsports, very good group of guys there, and I just want to thank everybody in the league, man. I mean, they race you clean, they race you hard, and it just makes it fun racing.
It sure does, man. All right, well, thanks again, buddy, and we will see you next week.
All right, buddy, thank you.
Appreciate it, yes, sir. All right, folks, that's Ray Rogers. Let's go ahead and bring in our second place winner for the evening, Mr. Joseph Mahar. What an exciting race that you had, buddy. I'm, I got to be careful because obviously I'm the team owner and you race for me and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, being a team owner and watching your driver race up to the front, have two amazing stage wins. I was rooting for you all the way. I just had to do it under my breath. So. Congratulations to you. Tell us how your race went. You topped off for extra fuel there during that caution. It was able to get you out front and to stay out front for the finish of the race. So tell us your perspective. Tell it how it all went. And then, of course, give your shout-outs as always.
Yeah, kind of a bittersweet race. Super happy to get 2 stage wins and come home second. Best finish of the season so far and first top 5 of the season. So close to that first win. I'm one of these days I'm going to get that, just keep doing what I'm doing. My strategy in the beginning was just run hard and try to get out front. Track position was the key here. If you got back in the pack, it was just so hard to pass, especially on older tires. And that's kind of what I struggled with in that last stint, that last 30-lap stint. Ray just got out in clean air and just, was able to run a little bit better. I was just stuck running with a lot of guys who were, top 5, top 10, just trying to get through them and just struggled getting by some of the guys. And I think that was the ultimate factor. But, I stuck with my tire strategy. I gotta, George taught me a lot when it comes to that. But just stuck to my tire strategy and just when that caution came out, that last caution, I was, I was like, this is perfect because we can make it, on one more stop from here. And I thought everybody would come in. And I was kind of shocked when I looked in my mirror because I was leading at the time. And I looked in my mirror and nobody came in. And I'm like, that's maybe there's something I'm missing here. But I'd only had one more set of tires left. So I'm like, this is what I needed. And I saw Ray behind me after that. And just him and I ran hard. He just was able to get by me. And yeah, I'm happy for second. Got the most stage points. I may have led the most laps tonight. I'm not sure. I know I led a lot. But just overall, great points day, which is what I needed.
Yeah, you definitely had a great points day, and overall it was an amazing race. I mean, the battle between you and Chris Shoemaker there for stage one, and then I think you were battling with somebody. Who else were you battling for stage two?
Oh man, stage one, I was out with Thomas. Thomas was behind me. Stage two, Chris Shoemaker and I had a heck of a battle.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
That was a lot of fun. Like Chris is, races clean, and I appreciate that. And
yeah,
him and I ran side by side for laps, just not getting each other, just running each other hard and clean. And that to me was probably, one of the most fun parts of the race, was just racing with him.
Well, that's what it's all about, man. And honestly, it's like Ray just said a minute ago on the broadcast, is that, he's got to thank the league and how we race. And even though we're very friendly with each other and we have a great group of people here, we're out to win each and every week for ourselves. And you guys go out there and race hard. You race respectfully. And quite honestly, it's a pleasure. I wish I was out there racing with you guys, but it is truly a pleasure watching you guys from a bird's eye view, and obviously being able to broadcast and bring that excitement to those that are tuning in. And we've had consistently, 10 to 20 to 30 people tuning into our broadcasts each and every week. And then, of course, we've got 200, 300, 400 views residually over a week's period. And it's just exciting to see how the league continues to evolve as we continue to mature and grow as a league and add additional things. So very exciting, buddy. Thank you again for racing for Race Pass Motorsports. Awesome job tonight, P2. You're getting used to this booth thing up here in the front. I remember part of our conversation last season was, you wanted to get up here for an interview, and you've been up here several times here this season. So congratulations to you, and congratulations to Actually, congratulations to 315 Motorsports. I got to say that, because you, as the owner of 315 Motorsports, Evan Bushmaster finished top. He finished in 12th position tonight. So
I saw that. I couldn't be more proud of him, man. Him and David, I know, got caught up in I think he may have got caught up in something or had a hard time passing some trucks. But Evan, man, he qualified top 10 tonight, finished top 5 in the second. I think it was the second stage, and that's awesome, man. That's probably the best run he's had, and he's getting better and better as as it goes on. Definitely proud of him, and yeah, that was awesome.
Yep, for sure. Definitely was exciting to watch there as he was up in the top 5 there on that last that second stage restart, and so his strategy was working for him. Maybe you gave him some good luck there as you were racing in his rig there on Sunday. So who knows? Maybe you put some settings in there for him that were able to work out maybe better for him and get a little bit more comfortable. But nonetheless, buddy, congratulations again on a P2 finish. We're excited to see what you do next week at the All-Star race at Charlotte in the 87 car. It's going to be exciting. Make sure you get lots of practice in, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, no, real quick, definitely going to need practice with that. But yeah, just coming off a great weekend. MPI led the most laps, almost won. Ran well at Dega, got a pole, and thanks to Evan for letting me use his rig, because that would not have happened if it wasn't for him. So I gave him and David a little pointers, and I think I helped them gain a little bit of speed tonight. But as always, got to thank you for putting on an awesome league, doing a fantastic job with this broadcasting, as well as making sure this league runs smooth. And I love the changes you're doing. Some of the stuff you're adding, I think, is great. But yeah, just big thanks to the guys I raced around. Thanks for running me clean, and most importantly, thanks to you for owning my team. And miss you, Mike. Wish you were here. And thanks to my wife, most importantly. Love you, sweetheart. Thanks for letting me do this and being patient with me.
Awesome, buddy. Well, thank your wife as well, because I've had the pleasure of meeting her, and I know that sometimes it gets a little heated there as you're in the sim and you're you're in the room. You're in the room racing. So I know that she peeks in every once in a while to make sure you're okay and not throwing something through your screen. So.
Yeah, and George will be happy to know I somewhat read those post-its tonight. So George, if you're listening, I read them somewhat, not 100%, but
absolutely.
Awesome,
buddy.
Nothing over race chat. So.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we'll see you next week, buddy. Thank you.
Thanks, Dylan. Have a good one.
Hey, you too. All right, guys, let's go ahead and bring in Wyatt Brackett, who has patiently waited here to get that top interview here for the P3 spot. Congratulations to you, buddy, on another strong week. And obviously coming off a win last week at Bristol Dirt, finishing P3 tonight. Your old man couldn't make it this evening, but looks like you've got you and Brandon Robertson up here in the top 5, I believe, for the evening. So congratulations to you and Black Car Mafia.
Hey, thanks. I really appreciate it. It was a fun night. It was definitely interesting seeing how the fuel played out there at the end. It was I was running out coming across the line. I knew everybody else was pretty close. So
yeah, I saw you were getting pushed by Brandon there, and I was like, is he out? He must be out, but I couldn't. I wasn't on your truck, so I couldn't tell if your truck was still running or not. But I figured you were out.
Yeah, I was completely out. So Brandon pushed me back to the pits. I like to make it to the pits if I can. I don't want to just pull over and exit out of the truck.
Yeah,
so.
Appreciate it.
But it was a great night overall, especially Black Car Mafia. Yeah, we were down 2 guys, but Brennan and I, we showed up and we still represented, and we're here to go for that team championship.
Well, I'm excited to see it all play out. So it was definitely an exciting race. You were very patient all night. You and Brandon both running somewhat mid-pack for most of it, but you guys were racing clean. I saw the incident, obviously, with 88 and you on pit road. I think maybe it was just the checkup a little bit. I don't know if did you spin the tires coming into pit road, or were you just trying to be cautious?
I'm always super cautious coming into pit road. I don't want to mess up anybody else's race, let alone my race. So I try and just make sure I'm at least to, pit road speed before I get there, so I don't risk it just that little bit.
Did you guys not to change the subject real quick, but did you guys have an incident on pit road coming into pit road on Sunday?
Sunday, no. I think I only pitted once last Sunday, or this past Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't remember, honestly.
We did. I think your dad did, but I don't remember.
Oh, Dad did. Yes, Dad did for sure.
Yeah. And we actually, I saw it on the broadcast, and then we ended up having the same situation like 4 laps after that. So it was unfortunate, but it happens.
It happens, exactly. I mean, it's racing, nothing to be upset about. That's why I just tried telling him, I'm on the outside here, and yeah, you're way at the end, but I'm here short, so I'm going to turn down into you. I don't want to, but I have no choice.
Right.
So I did touch him there a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that, and I actually commented on the broadcast. If I was in your shoes, I probably would have done the same thing, maybe even a little bit more aggressively, just simply because. Obviously nobody wants to get stuck on the outside as you're trying to come into your pit box. You can't go through them unless they're in their pit box. And so, you could turn somebody or make contact and spin around on pit road, which is obviously not what you want to do. But at the very end of the race there, the 88 was in second place or just lost second place to third, hit the wall or something. I think Ray said he was out of fuel, but I didn't know if maybe you made contact with him or not. I didn't go back and review it for the audience, but it was exciting to see you guys come up to the front there, because honestly, there were several drivers that finished in the bottom 20 that were running strong all night long. So apparently their calculation on fuel, something happened there where there was a miscalculation, or maybe that last pit stop that Joseph and Ray went into, it just ended up working out for you because you were able to conserve fuel. But I know Chris Shoemaker was trying to preserve fuel.
I started saving fuel as soon as I came off pit road because I knew it was going to be close. And so Zach, he took off. So I was like, Zach's going to run out far and get out there, but he's going to run out of fuel at the end if he keeps running like that. And he did. And that's why I made it there, because I just knew I had to save.
Yeah, it was exciting to watch. The one factor I've kind of went back and forth with a little bit is the fact that when we increased the fuel mileage, or they increased the fuel in the trucks from 65, I think we went from 60 or 65 to 70 for this season. I was worried the fact that it was going to take away some of the pit strategy, and it does a little bit on the stages. But at the end of the day, at the end of the race, it makes it very exciting, obviously, as it always has been. So yeah, I'm happy to see it play out, at least a strategy play out at the end of the races like we wanted it to, because that's what makes this league that's what makes it different than other leagues. You can't just run and gun it all the time. There's a lot of strategy here, and that's what that's what we wanted when we started the league. So
exactly, and that's my favorite part about this league. We have limited sets of tires, we have limited sets of fuel, and you really have to play it smart. I finished the race with an extra set in the bank just in case there's a caution at the end. And it still worked out for me, so I love it. It's fun. Yep,
it was awesome, buddy. And as always, I appreciate you being part of the league. You, your dad, and Brandon, and Matt as well. So hopefully those guys will come back next week and race the 87 cars at Charlotte. But appreciate everything you do, and give your shout-outs if you haven't already. And we'll see you next week.
I just want to give a shout-out to Brandon tonight for being my fuel strategist. We were close there at the end, but he knew we were going to make it, so. Big shout out to him, and then Matt and Dad. I'm looking forward to next week, so I'll see you there.
Awesome, buddy. Well, thanks again, and congratulations on your P3 finish. Sorry to keep you waiting there on the broadcast. I know everybody's excited tonight to after Bristol Dirt to get back out here and race on pavement again. So we'll be excited to see those 87 cars go around. Hopefully, I think we might have to put up some extra practices though, because those cars are a handful. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night.
Thanks again. All right, folks, that is all three of the top three drivers that finished the race for this evening in first place, second place, and third, as you heard from all three, as we do each and every week. It's been a true pleasure to obviously broadcast this evening. I was really excited to get back to oval racing and just get not oval racing, excuse me, but asphalt racing on ovals again. And dirt was a lot of fun last week for these guys. I wish I could have been out there with them, but it was really exciting to watch those guys compete and race on dirt, something that they have not done very often. And really, really exciting to watch all of those guys go through that challenge. Next week is definitely going to be something you want to tune into, just simply because of the format, but also the challenge that is going to play out for all of these drivers as they jump in the 87 cars, the 1987 cars, Cup cars, I guess you could call them, on Charlotte Oval for the All-Star race. There's going to be 2 heat races, I believe, and then there's going to be a feature. The top 10 drivers will advance to the feature to battle it out for the finish. I believe that's going to be the format, but we'll let you know either on social media or tune in next week and obviously see it for yourself. But folks, I just want to say thank you again so much for your support to the league, for you viewing on all of the different social media channels. I want to thank our sponsors, who I very rarely get to mention just because of all the excitement with the league and everything that's going on. I truly appreciate Light Electric Company, Thomas Light out there, for sponsoring the Winner's Circle, but also sponsoring the league. I want to thank Rhymesick Coin as well out there. If you're listening, thank you as well for putting your faith in us and sponsoring the league. Also, ADK Coolers, ADK Outdoor Brands, adkcoolers.com. If you haven't had an opportunity, check them out. It's just an exciting thing to have all of these businesses as part of the Tuesday Night Racing Series. As well as want a big thank you to iRacing for developing this amazing simulation, this amazing software where we can simply download it onto a gaming computer, invest in a wheel, pedals, and all of the different things that are necessary, monitors, and things where we can put together these races each and every week for you guys, be competitive, have fun, but ultimately go out there and just win it for yourself. It's just something that, quite honestly, it's very difficult to do, especially in a league environment like this, and it is very rewarding. As silly as that may sound to some people that are not into iRacing, if you have the lifeblood of a racer or you're a very competitive person, at the end of the day, this is all about being competitive, all about friendships and getting together with people that can tune in from all over the United States into their homes and to be able to race on Tuesday night it's just so much fun, and it's a huge blessing to be part of the iRacing community and to be a part of this league with all of these amazing people. So with that said, folks, my name is Dylan Hastings. Thank you again for tuning in this evening. We will be back here Tuesday night, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. I think it's 9:20 actually Eastern Standard Time for next week's race at Charlotte for the All-Star Race in the 87 cars. Thank you again, folks, for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you next week.